Good morning, good morning. It's not really morning, it's afternoon. Oh, I'm off schedule today. But I made a paint swatch. Phone booth, Highclere, DeVere, which is the company that owned our hotel in the Cotswolds, Blackberry, Lake 6 Reeds. We were on Lake 6, Lake 6 Water, Fish and Chips, which is the batter, and nasturtiums, which I don't know if I spelled right, but it works for me. This was what I was doing at 4 o'clock this morning. I know. Ugh, it's driving me nuts. Reentry is a huge problem right now for me. But I'm bound to determine this is the last day I'm working on this. All right. I put all these up here yesterday, and I'm kind of regretting that, but I'm leaving them. Now, there's a piece of cardstock right here. I think I need a bigger piece of paper, though. I'm just going to grab something out of my drawer of stuff, because it'll be a little bit bigger. Oh, no. I've got the paper. I keep forgetting I have a paper pad, but I can use parts of it. And I have regular paper, too. All right, where's my... Let's just see if we can't find something in here to use. Oh, I'm going to love putting that in our journal. Didn't see a lot of houses like that, but that limestone color was everywhere in the Cotswolds area. I could use this. Maybe. Lots of red telephone booths. Some even with telephones still in them. This is a little bit... Oh, I like the British flags. I like this one. But there's only one of these. I have another paper pad. Let's see what's in here. This won't be all too big. It's really too big of a print. Ugh. Too many decisions. All right, this one might be a lot of the same thing. Oh, I love that. Love that. That I like too. I might use that. Oh, I love this. It was so interesting to see the new next to the old, but because they had so much bombing during the Blitz, 8 months and 6 days, I think is what it was, every single night, and 40,000 people were killed. I love this too. I wish this was in like black and white though. Oh, I love that. Oh, I like this one much better. But there's so much, even like parts of buildings missing, and the Victoria and Albert Museum on the outside, you could see like chunks of cement missing, or whatever it is, limestone, brick, whatever, of the building from shrapnel. And like our State House has that also from the Civil War. And it just, you know, it's just part. Oh, I love this. This one is a little cuter. I don't necessarily like cute, but I like this. There's blank paper in here. This almost looks as if this was printed by Amazon. All right, we could use one of these maybe. My pictures are still not here. The mail's already here today. All right, I'm just going to use this. No perforation. Okay. I think my re-entry is so much slower this time. I mean, massively slower because of our getting sick. This cough cold thing is for the birds. No deer this morning, though. But I woke up at like 3:45. And I tried to go back to sleep, but I just, oh dear. I have a wrinkle in my tape, and I'm afraid I can't pull this up. Maybe I can. A little bit. All right, just stop. Somebody just had a tree come down, or there was a cannon shot in our cove. Which I really can't tell you which it was. But there's some weird people that live at the end of our cove with a very troubled son. And I think I might cut this off. It sounded like a cannon. My husband said, I think it's a tree. I'm like, it almost sounded like a cannon. Okay. All right, we have our paper. We have enough room to play with now. Oh, I like that, kind of. Because now, when it's closed, there might be something here at the end. You don't see all this glitter, which makes me a little happier. Okay. I printed out a bunch of stuff yesterday. These are the street signs I loved. They're everywhere. I really liked them. And we saw the oldest quilt in captivity, I think. It's from the 1400s. And that's what that is right there. And it's trapunto, where you put like cotton underneath it and rise it. Before they did quilting, they did a lot of trapunto. But supposedly it is trapunto. It's been researched by art experts, so you know it's got to be right. And I just have like, oh, I have Covent Garden here twice. Okay. Covent Garden, Tower Bridge, no, the London Bridge, which we drove over on the way to the airport. That was kind of fun. Here's the Ivy restaurant. The red buses. Parliament. This was St. Paul's Cathedral, which is really a beautiful building. But again, around it is all new. The tower, what do you call that? You think the name tower, and you think it would be tall, but it's not. It's very squatty, but it's right next to London Bridge. And that's where the crown jewels are, I think they say. I really could have. Here's Liberty. Tower Bridge. Parliament. That's a beautiful building. Beautiful. All right. Somehow all of this needs to get on there. But a lot of this is in pictures and will be prettier in photographs. But in here, it cuts down on the bulk by printing them just on paper. And I'm all for that. Even though I don't have anything else planned for the rest of the year, trip-wise, except for beach. Which we're really looking forward to going back, I think. I think we're going to go back. There's a couple times in next month where it's not rented completely. So I think we're going to block it off a couple days. We'll wait to the last minute because if it can make money, it can make money. It pays for its taxes and the lease of the land back to the community that it's in, because we don't own the land. That very smart family owns the land, and you just lease your spot at a very high price, but it's security and everything too. So, and it keeps going up like everything. All right, here's this quilt. It's called Tristan. Oh, Portobello Road. That's the P word I've been trying to think of forever. Portobello Road and Notting Hill are areas I would have loved to have gone into. I would have loved to have seen 221 Baker Street, 221B Baker Street. And I think there's a museum for Sherlock Holmes, but alas. I would not mind going back and just doing our own thing which I feel confident we could do. We probably would not be able to drive on the other side of the road, but all right. Buckingham Palace. This is Victoria and Albert. All right, maybe I should spread stuff out. This is all London. Covent Garden. I mean, this is all like landmarks. The Tower Guards, the Beefeaters, or whatever they're called. This goes with the tower. Here's the Ivy, which has all these plants and stuff in front of it. But the awning says the Ivy. I was like, oh, I gotta take a picture. All right, that's Covent Garden. Here's Liberty. All right. Do I want to do it that geometric? I don't know. Let's do the small sections. Covent Garden, Ivy goes here. St. Paul's, and put this here. Even though that's Piccadilly Circus. I think I want this one. This one you really can't tell. But that says Covent Garden. And then I think what I'll do is just do, let's see. See, now that house is shooting off their gun at the Target thing. I think it was a cannon. All right, Covent Garden. Covent, and it used to be a convent. The Ivy. And then where's the quilt? Because I'll put that in here as Prince Albert. I know I've got more pictures for Victoria and Albert. Where did oh, here it is. I might put Victoria and Albert over here because I have Taylor Swift's. There's another lady that I follow in Allie Edwards. I think she's in Allie Edwards' design team, or she used to be. She's part of it somehow. And she had tickets in Vienna. The radio stations got a huge chunk and were having contests. And they planned a whole summer vacation around. Well, my husband's assistant did too. Her ex-husband and kids. Because they went to, I think they went to Paris for like 2 days, right as the Olympics were starting. And then they went to Prague. Which Prague, oh, I love Prague. Prague is a beautiful, beautiful city. And then they went to Vienna. And I think when our concert got canceled, they cut their trip short by like a day or two, which is just as well, because I think they got home like 3 days before school started. I think they were going to be coming home the day before school started, or Sunday before the school started on Tuesday, because it started last week. All right, that's Tristan. All right, now I have room to finish this. Okay, the Ivy, Covent Garden, Victoria and Albert. And then iconic London. We're just going to say that. All the big spots. And that way, it's kind of like an overview of the overview. All right. Here's more. They had a Taylor Swift costumes mixed in different rooms. I mean, this is how iconic Taylor Swift has become. When you get little girls to go to a museum that they probably normally wouldn't go to, except on a class field trip, and then would they pay attention? I don't know. But they had them dispersed throughout the entire museum, so you had to go to every room, which was clever on their part. And, I mean, you'd be in a room, and they're like, oh my God, there it is. It's like some outfit she's worn in some costume, in some concert. Everybody had Taylor Swift t-shirts on, and they were selling Taylor Swift merchandise. And that's just crazy. All right, and then the jewels. I enjoyed the jewels. Just looking at all these huge things of jewelry, crowns and necklaces and earrings and bracelets from royalty, rich, whatever. Am I in, sort of? I think I really need to spend some time this afternoon cleaning out this room before I get started in my journal. Which I'm ready. I'm past ready. That's a silvery pants, a gold sequin pantsuit she wore to some award show or something. Everybody knew what it was except for me. I do admire her as far as a businesswoman, and the stuff that she has been able to achieve is, to me, remarkable. I'm not a gigantic. There's a couple songs that I might recognize, but she is an amazing woman, you have to admit. Okay. Liberty. Did I put Liberty in here? No. Oh, jeez. Even though it was kind of anticlimactic for me, seeing that building that I've seen for years and years on merchandise and stuff was cool. All right. Now, this is iconic London. Buckingham Palace. The Tower. What do you call that? It's not Portobello Road. I got that one down. St. Paul's Cathedral. I think this is St. Patrick's Cathedral. The Guard. Let's put the Guard with Buckingham Palace. The red buses. Parliament. We drove down the street that goes to number 10 Downing, but you can't get down there. It's all blocked off, which that I knew. This goes with this, because you drive over this next to that. Now, where's Parliament going to go? If I can squeeze these in a little more. I don't like the fact that that guy is shooting that gun up there, because now the school buses are coming through. It's a target, but it's an automatic gun, which you get to do in South Carolina, unbelievably so. But there's a lot of drugs from the son. It's like, should you really have all those guns with that son of yours? Who has, like, done some suicide type things on accident or purpose, I'm not sure. But the fire department has come and saved him several times, according to the neighbors that live across the driveway. Because there's like a little tiny straight driveway to 3 houses. Yeah, 3 houses back there at the back end of our cove. And the one couple that we know has been there since we've been here. Since my husband's been here. It's like... There. Okay, we have finished. So now I have everything kind of sparsed out on the days that it happened. I can use this as my reference for... In this shot, you don't see the gates. I took it through the fence, but the gates across the front of Buckingham Palace are beautiful. They've got, like, black wrought iron gates, and you can see them on TV all the time. But they have these huge gold, like, lions. And oh, you know what? I think I'm going to tape this in somehow. I painted a few of the sights out of that little accordion book, but they're not ready to be seen in public. But I keep practicing, and that's what counts. I have a spot for one more. What else could I put here? I might just put this that I made. That I try to do like Ali Edwards arches with backgrounds and stuff that I've done. Just put tons of dogs, tons of cats, tons of people, tons of flowers. Trim off just a smidgen more. And some of these headers and things like this might appear in my journal. Now, let's see. I might just put some of these scraps from the paper around the edges because I have room. So tomorrow might just be a lot of blabber about how I want to lay it out. As in, like, start with a title page and my like essay to London to England, and not that I normally do that, but it could be fun to do something like that. There's a lot more William Morris right here. Just to give it, because I have plenty of room, because there will be tip-ins and stuff, and a lot more journaling, a little bit more history of everything, a little bit more of my thoughts. Some of the rambling that I've done will go down in word form instead of spilling it out of my mouth. There. Cute. Okay. I think I might write on here. This quilt was from the 1400s. They've been able to document that, which is mind-blowing. I need a little bit of paper. Might put like a grid type poster since this is grid paper. All right. Okay. Now, where did my Muji pens go? Surely not in the pen container. Where are those pens? Oh. I need to do a big cleanup. A big cleanup. I have all this ephemera too. And this. And this washi tape. Oh, these sea salt caramel things are still here. Sea salt truffles. I wonder if there's nuts in there. I don't want nuts in my food. Oh, jeez. This is like Calamity Jane here. All right. I don't know where my Muji pens went to. We're just going to go with this. Okay. All right. I don't know why it's called Tristan Quilt. Maybe by the time I get here in my journal, I'll know why. $1400s. Might have better dates. Next to Taylor Swift's outfit. That's a dichotomy, whatever you want to call it, of the Victorian Albert. Old next to new. And beautiful next to more beautiful. Tristan Quilt 1400s, Taylor Swift outfits, and jewels. And Raphael paintings. Those were gigantic, the size of the wall in this room. Okay. That was kind of cool because I had a little bit of extra time at that point. Wasn't quite ready to meet the group. And I just sat there and just kind of just let those big, huge paintings hit me. Okay. We are through with our overview in our Hobonichi of our trip. Well, I didn't do the trip home. Oh, I was going to do all the Ricola and cough drop stuff. And this was Amazon coming home. All right. So it started off with traveling and the Festival of Quilts, getting into, on Saturday morning, getting into Birmingham and going straight to the Festival of Quilts and our hotel. My husband went to the hotel and I went to the Quilt Festival for the day. And then we went to Jenny's show that night. The trunk show was at 5. And I saw Joe Cunningham. There was riots going on. Oops. Then we went to Shakespeare, Stratford-upon-Avon. Took a little boat down the Avon River, which is like a little stream. And we're in the Cotswolds for these amazing, quaint little villages. AKA here. Went past Shakespeare's Theater, saw his home. Then we went to Blenheim Castle, the birthplace of William Churchill and his family. Had a embroidery class. Checked into this gorgeous, cute, sweet, picturesque hotel in the middle of the Cotswolds. And it said, oh, the address in the little book that we got from them, street address was in Bath. We did not see the city of Bath. I would have liked to have, but oh well, we can't do it all. Embroidery by Jenny. That was the class she taught us with her grandmother's wildflower patterns. More of Blenheim Castle and the ceiling. Then Highclere Castle, the home of Downton Abbey. Oh yeah, and the Earl of Carnarvon and his family forever. The flowers, the thatched roofs, finally saw one. Then we did a really low-key day, which we had a nice long walk in the morning and then fish and chips for lunch and a wet felting in the afternoon. And more of the hotel. This was the walk and things that we saw along. Blueberries, lots of blueberries everywhere. These gorgeous, I'm not sure what those, hollyhocks or something. Our walk around Lake 6, which they were all numbered. So we were on lake number 6. Kelmscott Manor. William Morris was a gigantic surprise for me. Really, really neat. Then we drove into London the next morning. Checked into our hotel at Canary Wharf. After we had gone to Covent Garden. Yeah, we went to Covent Garden. Then we checked into our hotel. We crashed. Ken was really bad at that point. Really bad. And we were flying on Sunday. So he was trying to get it out of his system as much as he could to get on the plane. Then the next day we went to Victoria and Albert Museum and Liberty. And, in the afternoon we had that amazing tour from this amazing tour guide lady, who they all have to be kind of certified in history. And you could tell she just loved it all. So now, this is very, very plain as far as embellishing, art. I would like to, have more of this included in my traveler's notebook. But all of that will come starting tomorrow. Not exactly sure how I'm going to conquer it all, but it's coming. Today's Tuesday. I haven't put anything down. I'm going to put Loud Boom. That was at Loud Boom. I'm just going to tape it in here. My little note. It sounded like a cannon. Sounded like Napoleon was coming up the cove. That's what it sounded like. Loud boom, followed by lots of guns. At end of cove. Okay. Here we go, Traveler's Notebook. Buckle up. Here I come. I don't know what that is. Should I put Cheerio on my Fly homepage? We never heard anybody say that, by the way. A lot of people said, perfect, lovely. When you would say thank you, oh, perfect, or lovely, or that's okay. And I've heard the British YouTubers that I used to watch all the time when they were younger say that. Oh, that's okay. When you, instead of saying you're welcome, they say, oh, that's okay. Just different cultures, different approaches to manners and all. Love this. Love this. Got a couple things sticking out here, but that's okay. And we are off to the races tomorrow. And this. I wonder, I might put this on it. Just like that. I'm going to. I usually never put the cover on first. It always is last because I like the whole project to talk to me. But on a travel journal, it's a little bit easier for me because you know what the topic is. You don't know how you're going to work it in, but you do. And I'm going to put tape over it so that it doesn't come off. With lots of manhandling. And I guess the longer version videos are going to keep going because it's going to be lots of me trying to figure stuff out. I might go through Ali Edwards videos and kind of just look at some layouts just to kind of get an idea. I really don't know. My pictures are all going to be 2x3s, vertical and horizontal, because I put 4 pictures together and had everything printed in 4x6. Just because this is a smaller venue, if you will, and a smaller substrate. So I want the pictures to be a little smaller. Now, that's probably going to have glare on it throughout the journey, but it is what it is. Okay, we are ready. So now, all right, I keep saying we're ready and I keep talking. Okay, let me get out that sheet. My guideline here. So I want a cover page. I want an intro page, which kind of just says we were on a craft tours. These are going to be just like, I call them dividers, but like resting spots with houses, with Cotswolds, with quilts, with London. There might be other resting spots with dogs, with flowers, with food, with a little bio on Jenny. And those will be interspersed in and amongst all this. That's my only thought process so far. So, I might have this as a cover, which could be a collage of everything. And then this might be an intro. And I might just do a Jenny thing right here. And then start off with like the plane. I can start off here. Which probably will be this. Which I ordered off of Etsy from a company called Travel Bee Tags. But they had every possible... Why do people do this? Every possible airport you can think of. Somehow that's going to go in here. And maybe then we'll have something like this, because that tells we flew into Dublin from JFK to Dublin, which was about 6 hours, and then from Dublin to Birmingham was about an hour and a half, a little bit longer than what it takes to get to Atlanta to here. Probably to our Birmingham, Alabama, is about the same amount of time. And then we went down to the Cotswolds and did all these little day trips all over from here. And then we went to London. And we flew from London to Dublin and Dublin to JFK. And JFK to Atlanta and Atlanta to Columbia. But they must have some kind of deal with Aer Lingus, and Irish. I think it is Irish, because it had clovers, 40 clovers on everything. And I might add some of like the plain ephemera, like tickets / whatever here. And kind of, maybe I can do this. Let's see. I have this in my picture so I can print it again if I want to. This is the original. And then to London. Maybe let that dry and go over, make a narrower line. Okay. All right, that's all we're going to do. We kind of have our ducks in a row, as they say in the South. And we can march forward. Should I put this in a cover while I do it? Oh, I have a plaid one. A Scottish plaid. Yes. All right, you Scotland lady. There you go. I just love this. All right. 37 minutes. I'm done talking. I'm sure you're tired of listening to me. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow in here. Bye.